Good. Look, I can see it. We're making special effort just for you. All right. Now then, we are headed for the Black Forest, you know. And not everyone is aware of the fact that the Black Forest is situated on a group of hills, on a mountain range, in fact. And usually you can see them from here, but you can just see their shadow over there on the right-hand side, maybe. It's known as the Garden of Germany. We follow the seasons around here. We have just entered now our next village. This is the village of Vasenweiler. Let's see if there's anything more happening here than there was in the last village. I can't say that I'm terribly optimistic. But narrow streets here, but for Alexander there's no problem at all. And I wonder, I might stop. You want to see a stork's nest? You might see a stork's nest. This is for you to see their house in a minute. Well, it's not a house, it's a nest. This time you're going to see another stork's nest, and it'll be on the right hand side this time. And on top of a clock tower on the right hand side, 2 o'clock. Can you see the stork's nest up there? And the stork is in there as well. Stork is in there, one of the storks is in there on the nest on the right hand side. Big fella, big nest. It needs to be a big nest because the storks are big birds. And at the end of the summer there might be 4 or 5 of them living there. And alright, the storks, wonderful creatures they are. You know, they only spend the summer in this part of the world. They'll arrive here, they just arrived here in March. They'll stay here until August. In August, they will fly down south for the cold winter months. Many of them fly to North Africa. It has been known for some storks to fly all the way down to South Africa. Some of them, however, will stop halfway there in places like Spain and Portugal. And they...
Siya ang ating group. Sino? Walking siya. Pwede tayo. Gusto ba niyo mag-walk o dito lang tayo? Ayan. Hello. Ayan, okay lang. Ito ka rito. Ayan. Nagbibideo ako eh.
Again, you will see some things you've already seen, but I'll tell you, we'll see them from another angle, from another direction, and they look totally different. first thing we're going to see the ski jumping slopes, and we'll see them a little bit clearer. There they are, directly ahead of the ski jumping. Still some snow. There's not much ski jumping going on, although they do have summer ski jumping as well these days. You know, all the ski jumping slopes. I'll tell you more about some winter sports a little later on. So ladies, if you look ahead of us, 10 o'clock over there, you can see the two towers of the former Augustinian monastery of St. Mergen. We've passed through St. Mergen here. I don't think I actually told you why we have to retrace our steps, as it were, this way. The reason is why the other route is blocked is because a big boulder, which weighs I think 8 tons, is threatening to fall on that road along which we were to travel down. Well, we wanted to spare you the risk of that big boulder actually falling on the bus, so we decided to go another way. Actually, of course, they blocked that old route for safety reasons, and I think today they're going to remove that rock and make it safe for people to pass by. Now then, I want to tell you one or two things about the farmyards around as well. You've seen so many farms today, and you'll see that many of these farms have lots of little buildings surrounding them. You know, a typical old farmhouse would have been surrounded by many little buildings. There'd be, for instance, as one of the chapels that we've seen today, there might be a storeroom, for instance. There might be a bakery. There might be a distillery. You know, schnapps here in the Black Forest was very important as well, to help you get through the long, dark, cold winters. Some schnapps every now wouldn't be a bad idea. And distilleries, I suppose you know how distilleries work. Of course, you'd get your fruit, your cherries, or your apples, your pears, anything at all really. You'd mash the fruit up, and with the help of yeast, that it would ferment, of course, if you kept it locked in a barrel. And this fermented juice, it ferments because the fruit, the sugar in the fruit turns into alcohol, you see. And so you would heat that mush up, and the water, we know that water turns to boils at 100 degrees, but the alcohol, you see, will condense quicker than the water at 78 degrees, and so the first, like you'd heat up that mush, and the first part to condense would be high in alcohol content, and you'd run that tube then through some coolers, and the resulting liquid would be alcohol, and that's the way they used to do it. And you'll see on many of the Black Forest farmhouses, the eaves come down very low,